What's up, Nathan?
Hey, Natalie. Career franchise record, 18 made threes tonight. How were you guys able to just kind of generate those looks to get as many open threes as you did?
Yeah, I had no idea until Matt just told me out there. Yeah, I think our defense. I think when our defense kind of creates transition, then we can kind of flow into these open threes because it's hard to match up to us when we're maintaining space. And then also, I think our offensive rebounds also generate open threes because it's very similar to transition defense when you're matching up. So just extra effort tonight on the boards. I thought KT did a hell of a job leading for offensive rebounds, but more her fight. She just kept punching. So I think KT did a great job leading tonight.
And then just, obviously Commissioner's Cup game. How do you guys approach like these 7 set of games with a little bit of extra stakes attached to them?
Yeah, I think just because the extra stakes come to, us being able to raise money for the community. And so for us, it's the Youth Uprising. That's the organization that we get to donate money to. So for us, obviously, when you're playing for something like that where we can help the community, that's where we're big on. And so that's kind of sometimes is our why between, just you guys also know that I take this very seriously, but like having a why behind that, I think that generates a little bit more energy for these games. Yeah.
Natalie, just to sort of follow up on Nathan's question, this was the first game this year you shot over 50% of your shots being from 3, and obviously some of that was the transition stuff, but it just seemed like the way you guys were attacking offensively, you were getting to that second side through your drives and your kicks. Was that something coming into the game that you knew, like, hey, the way that Portland plays, we're going to be able to get to that? Or that just sort of developed in the game of like, oh, this is what's open, let's find this?
No, it was more just for us a discipline of taking from what we were not doing in Vegas. And then, because again, we talked about not executing the game plan. A lot of it had to do with just kind of like our rational spacing, I guess. We were really disciplined, I thought, tonight. And more importantly, we were punching and also making the correct rim reads. Sometimes we just kind of go in there, and you guys will start talking about like our missed layups. This time I thought we did 2 feet stops. We were pivoting, we were looking, and then we maintained space tonight. So that was definitely an intentional game plan. Yeah.
Hi, Natalie. Kayla said she was pretty determined to get things, after the loss, to get things going again. And could you sense that from her? I don't know if it was in the huddle or in the locker room or just the way she started the game told you plenty, just that she wanted to get everybody going right away.
Yeah, I think, this team definitely, it's unfortunate, but also it's a blessing that we respond really well after a loss. Just because we know we didn't do a great job executing on both ends. And so that type of kind of like a lock-in factor after a loss, again, we hold each other accountable, whether it's player to player or coach to player or player to coach. We do a great job of just being honest and direct. And so I just like the fact that KT takes that on, and then she leads it not only just through talking, but she backs it up with her energy. So we need that. Now we just got to make sure we're consistent. So, again, credit to KT for really leading us tonight. I think so. Yeah, I mean, she didn't look like she was, but I think V's one that just will play through anything. So I have to also ask her, look at her dead in the eyes. Are you lying to me? Just really like she's like, a kid that just will fight through anything. I think her pain tolerance is one of the best. So, yeah. But she's in recovery right now, so.
Natalie, after a game like tonight, and after Sunday's game, how do you make sure your team doesn't get too high or too low after each game?
Recovery. They're already recovering right now, so they're in ice baths. They're doing their recovery routine, and we've already started talking about Minnesota. So we communicate really early. This one's done. But also celebrate it. I think celebrate it just because we took a lot of good things in terms of the game plan, because Powell, it was his game plan. We took a lot of things and we moved forward, but it also is recovery because we have Minnesota and Vegas with the flight, with the time change, and it's a quick turnaround. So we're already on to the next. Yep.
Natalie, you guys played a lot of small ball tonight with KT and Ja kind of being that stretch 5. What about the matchup made you want to go small ball a lot?
I think they don't have the biggest bigs. It's not like they have a high volume of post-ups, so it just kind of thought about it. Maybe we just try it. Ja, I thought, thrived in it. It's not easy to just pick that up through just a walkthrough that we did today. So, again, just credit to Ja. I said, you ready for a 5? And she goes, whatever will help the team. And so just, again, credit for her. And then also everyone communicating with Ja. I thought our connectivity and our truth telling on the floor was excellent tonight.
And then there was that stretch there where Portland cut the lead to 8, kind of a rough offensive stretch there. What was different about the offense compared to when you were hitting all those threes?
When we weren't hitting threes. And sometimes it's just a matter of we didn't make them, right? And so what we've kept talking about was, like, don't let that affect our defense. So I said, look, we're going to make some, we're going to miss some, but we still communicate. We still box out. I think rebounding for us was key tonight. Make sure we hit bodies and not just jump with teams. So we really emphasize shots are not falling, but let's lock in on the defensive end.
Hey, Natalie, for the game, Portland's coach talked about the importance for their team of spacing and having the right shape. You guys were able to kind of take that away for lots of the game. How does having defenders like Gabby and KT help you guys take away that space?
Wait, he said the right shape?
Yeah, he
What does
used the
that
term
mean?
shapes, like the right shapes for spacing.
What does that mean?
Like soccer, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And so what was your question?
Just
Sorry.
how does having Gabby and KT on the wings kind of help you guys take away that space?
Yeah, I mean, we put them all out. We actually mixed them up and put them on the ball, too. We put them on Carla. And anyone who was in pick and roll, we kind of tried to just mix it up. It's really like their length, their versatility, ability to sometimes switch. Sometimes we stayed in coverage. So just, again, credit to my coaching staff for mixing it up. But also, we didn't actually practice that scheme today, so it was kind of nice that we were able to just throw it in.
And then Yusei gets up 5 threes today. How important is it for her to just get those shots up, to not hesitate and just take the shots when she has them?
Oh, I mean, I don't even have to say anything. She's just whatever she sees, she finds. She understands what a quality shot is. But what I like about Yuste is just her composure. Again, I'm not looking at her scoring. I'm looking at her ability to kind of settle us sometimes, and then also get to the paint when she sees an opening. And then, as you guys notice, she already sees that next layer, right? She already sees that next play. If she penetrates here, or did you guys see that touch pass that she made to Kyla in transition? That's not easy. It was not easy because what was nice about that, it lays into Kai's hands, and then she's able to finish. So, again, her composure is, to me, what I think stands out. Like, she can score, shoot, great. That's only just a plus, but composure is, to me, a biggest thing.
Natalie, it seems like going back to the start of last year, part of your identity has always been shooting high volume of threes, making a lot of threes. How has that evolved, though, in how you get them? Like you said, in transition, and obviously the ball movement was a big part of that tonight. How necessary is that, I guess?
It's not necessary. It's just that we got to make sure we just rely and stick to our defense. And we got to commit to that. I think the threes are nice, obviously, when they go in, right? Because then if they weren't going in, y'all will be like, why didn't you guys shoot well? I don't know if you guys know that you guys are very, like, shoot well? Why'd you shoot well? What, miss? Why'd you miss? It's our defense. We have to maintain our defense in order to create, transition threes. And then our effort to rebound on both ends, that's key in order to generate more shots. So at the end of the day, the only way we're going to get these shots is our defense and our rebounding.
Coach, you went 10 deep tonight with 10 players effectively playing 13 minutes or more. 43 points on your non-starters tonight. Talk about a little bit about the depth where you're at now with rotation and comfort going forward at this point.
Yeah, again, it's our depth. I think we talked about it. That's going to be our strength. Again, walking away too, we walked away healthy. V obviously was just a little bit banged up. She wasn't like her normal self. So walking away from every game, it's almost in my head success, like check mark. Just because we're able to build a lot of chemistry and a lot of synergy on the court, but we have to maintain staying healthy. So for us, shorter minutes, especially with 4 games in 7 days, we want to be fresh. Last year I think we dipped a little bit when we had tight games or a tight schedule. So me and medical are doing a great job being super intentional on the minutes. Yeah.
Now, you talked about it a little bit, but V comes into tonight not 100%. On a game where you win by almost 20, she only takes 5 shots. She has 9 assists. Just what does it say about her that she can come in and impact a game in a ton of different ways? And obviously this is who she's been, but just she finds her way every night to go, this is how I'm going to imprint the game, whether it's offense, defense, passing, whatever it is for her.
Yeah, I think V just finds joy in making her teammates look amazing. I really do. It's just the way she is even as a person. She told me the other day, like, when I see someone, maybe a little bit uncomfortable, she's like, I want to help them. And I think it's almost the same thing that how she plays is like if she knows she can get to the paint or she knows she can get Chechi, Ja, Gabby an open three by basically trying to, take two on and then distribute it. I think she just takes a lot of joy into it. And you need players like that. You need players to be able to do the selfless thing or do the hard thing in order for these guys to they're just spotting up, shooting threes. So, again, V's just, doing what she's doing, what she does well at. And then at the end of the day, she'll always say, I think it's even more difficult to make those shots. So she's just doing her role, and everyone's kind of doing their role right now to the best of their ability. Thank you. Yeah.